Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Yes, y'all read that title right. Your girl is having a baby. I wanted to make this video just to share with y'all how I found out, how did I feel when I found out, who did I tell, and just things like that. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into this video. So I found out on July 6th. Y'all don't think I'm crazy or insane, but I actually had a dream that night which made me take the pregnancy test. A few days before that, I was already feeling really nauseous and tired, and it made me think that something was wrong. But then I was like 5 days late on my period, but that's normal because I have PCOS. So me being late didn't make me think that I was pregnant because it's just a normal thing that happens. But me being sick, like nauseous and tired like that, did make me think that something was going on. So when I woke up from that dream, I said, yeah, I should take a pregnancy test. I may be pregnant. So I did wake up thinking that, but I needed to go get me and Bae some Starbucks because we did have to get ready for work. And he was actually about to get ready to leave anyway. So we have a Starbucks like right here by our house. So I went to Starbucks, got us our coffees. I came back and Bae headed out the door. I did not tell him that I was planning on taking the test. I didn't tell him that I was feeling sick, that I think I should take a test. He didn't know anything. All he knew was that I was just getting ready to go to work that morning. That's all he knew. So as soon as he left, I took one of the pregnancy tests we had under the counter. We already had some because I had a time to where I missed my period completely and I thought I was pregnant. So I bought all these tests. I don't even know why I did that, but I bought all of these tests and I just took one and it was negative and I just left it in front of the counter. So I grabbed one of those tests and I took it and it said positive. It was just one of those little HCG detective like line strip tests that you just dip in and it tells you if you're pregnant or not. It shows you like the lines. That's what I took. So what went through my mind was if the test was accurate. That's what went through my mind. My mind was like, is this test effective? Do I need to take another test? That's what was going through my mind. Like something was wrong with that test. But I took a picture of it anyways, and I called Bae and I said, Bae, I just took a pregnancy test and it said positive. And he was like, oh wow, really? You may want to go to CVS and go get one of those digital tests and take that. So that's what I ended up doing before I went to work. I headed out the house like around 8 something, and then I went to CVS before I went to the office, and I got one of the digital tests. They had like 2 digital tests in it, and then I went to work for about 2 hours, and then I came back home and finished work, and then I whipped out one of those digital tests, took it, and it said positive on that thing, y'all. It said positive, and what went through my mind at that time was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely pregnant. I'm definitely pregnant. So I took a picture of that one and then I called Bae and I said, Bae, this test was positive. And you know, we were both just happy that, sorry y'all, I had got a phone call. But yeah, me and Bae, we were just happy about it. We were just surprised that I was pregnant. So I did not have to call my midwife or anything because I already had an appointment scheduled for the next week anyway, because I was seeing my midwife on a regular basis just because of my PCOS. So I didn't even have to schedule an appointment. I already had one scheduled. I didn't call them and tell them that I was pregnant. I just waited till my appointment. So up until that appointment, you best believe that I was taking tests back to back every single day. Maybe it was like 2 days I didn't take one, but every day I was taking a test. I have them all right here. Like these were all the tests that I took up until my appointment. And my appointment was scheduled like on the 14th. So yeah, I was taking those tests until my appointment. I just wanted to make sure that I was still pregnant and that I wasn't just seeing stuff. So yeah, I was taking those tests back to back. So at this point, I still didn't tell my family. I didn't tell anybody. The only people I knew was Bae and I. That was it. So I was going to call like my parents and my sisters, but I wanted to wait until I actually had the ultrasound, just to confirm everything and to make sure everything was going good. So when July 14th came is when I had my routine appointment with my midwife. I went in, we do a urine sample every appointment. Every appointment I do a urine sample. They just check to make sure everything's good. I still didn't tell them at this point that I was pregnant. So I did the urine sample. I did the, they checked my weight, checked my blood pressure and everything was good. And then I went into the room, waited for my midwife to come in, and she walked in with a big smile on her face, and she came in and she said, "You're pregnant." I said, "Yeah." And she said, "How far along are we?" And I said, "I have no clue." And she said, "Okay, so when was your last period?" I said, "About a month ago." And she said, "Do you have an exact date?" So I pulled out my phone because I keep track of everything. I pulled out my phone when my last period was, and then she said, "We'll schedule you an ultrasound just to make sure that baby's good and to see how far along you may be." I scheduled my appointment for like August 9th, I think, y'all. I don't even remember the days. We scheduled the appointment for August, and yeah, everything up until then was good. I was feeling sick as ever. I was barely eating. I was sleeping all the time, but you know, nothing that bothered me, like no bad cramps or anything. I was cramping a little bit, but like nothing that made me want to go to the hospital bad. Like it was just me feeling tired, nauseous, not really eating as much, and like a little cramps here and there. But other than that, that's really all the symptoms that I've had. So me and Bae's wedding anniversary was like a week after we found out that I was pregnant. So we celebrated that, and then we just did like dinner because I was extremely tired. Like we were planning this whole trip and everything, but I was feeling so tired. So we just went out to eat and just did that. So that's pretty much it up until my first ultrasound, which was the beginning of August. I can't remember the date. I have it written on the back of the ultrasound, but yeah, it was the beginning of August, and we had the ultrasound, and they dated me as 6 weeks and 6 days. And we got to see the baby, and we got to hear the heartbeat that day. And the baby was like really tiny, like a really dot, like a really small dot. And then we got to see like the yolk sac. She pointed all of that out to us. And yeah, that's pretty much how that appointment went. Really good. The baby's heartbeat was really great. And I did another HCG testing just to make sure my levels were doubling like they were supposed to. And then that was it for that appointment. They did give us like a due date and everything. And then that's the day that I told my family that I was pregnant. I called my mom and I called my dad. And that's when everybody knew that I was pregnant. So about 3 weeks after that, I did have another ultrasound. And at that appointment, I was supposed to be going on 10 weeks. They did move my due date. I was much further along than they said I was, according to the measurements of the baby. So that's what we're going by right now. I am working on the second trimester. I am feeling a lot better. I do have a lot more energy. I am eating more than I was before, but food, I still have food aversions. Like I used to chow down on some wings, but wings gross me out now. I used to chow down on some baked chicken, on some hamburgers, but So we've been eating cereal. I've been eating salad here and there, and I have been eating chicken, but minimally, okay? It's been minimal since I don't even know if minimally is a word, but I've been eating minimum chicken, like minimum meat, period, because meat has just curved, like I just curbed meat altogether. But I have been eating like minimal meat, and like eating like little crackers and cheese and stuff like that. So I've been eating a lot more than I did when I first found out that I was pregnant. I'm glad I'm getting out of that stage. I did hear that you get back in that stage closer to when you're giving birth, but I ain't thinking about that right now. I just want to be able to eat my chicken wings and stuff like that. So yeah, I do have another appointment after my trip that I have coming up. So I will give you guys another update. Then I did buy a book from Amazon. I don't even know if y'all can see that. It says Sweet Beginning, and I just get to keep notes of like all of like my symptoms in here. I get to put the baby's ultrasounds in here, and I just get to keep everything in here, and I get to give my baby this book whenever they get older. And it came with like this little pouch I can put things in that I want to like keep, and this will just be that book that I give, you know, my baby when they get older. But that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'll have this book linked in my Amazon storefront, so you can click that down below and click the link if you are interested. I'll just put it in baby things. I didn't even make the tab yet, but I'll name it baby things. And you can find this there along with things that I have bought already for my pregnancy that has been a great lifesaver, like my pregnancy pillow. Now I heard people talk down on those pregnancy pillows, but I've been having some heartburns and I have been having some major back issues, and that pillow works, okay? So I'm not talking down on those pillows. Those pillows work great for me. I will also have that linked in my Amazon storefront for anybody who's interested. So that'll be it for this video. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.